All right, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praise to Abanawa Yahweh, Bashem, Mashak, Yahushua, Bashem, Kakadash. Peace and blessings to all the believers baptized in this new covenant for the remission of sin, for your remissions of sin, Salakia. And today, I want to go into the synagogue of Satan, man. Dealing with who is the synagogue of Satan, man, because I see various people have various understandings on this, and that's all right. Which the scriptures is going to speak for itself and let you know who the synagogue of Satan is. Because, some people, believe that the synagogue of Satan is, the camps, the groups, the One Westers, Nate. That's the synagogue of Satan. And some people will tell you what the synagogue of Satan is who? The Jewish people, man. Right? Which, from ever since I came in this truth, I always taught that the synagogue of Satan is the other nations or the Gentiles, right? Or those that claim that they're us and they're not us, man. I mean, the scriptures is clear, and the scriptures gonna let you know clearly that it's not the One West groups and all that. They're not the synagogue of Satan that are saying that they're Jews. Right, that don't mean that they not. Some of them might not be dealing with Satan, but the point is, the synagogue of Satan are going to bow down before the elect, man. Which we know that that's not happening for the Israelites. The Israelites are not going to be bowing down before each other. All right, and there's no prophecies on that, man. All right. Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan. Right, so this is talking about the synagogue of Satan, who's going to let you know who's the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews. So is this talking about Israelites that's saying that they're Jews, but they really not Israelites in the spirit? Is this what this talking about? And are not, right? So he says the synagogue of Satan, we know that's who the synagogue of Satan are people that's calling themselves Israelites and are not Israelites, man. Okay? Is this talking about Israelites calling themselves Israelites, but really not Israelites in the spirit? Let's see. And are not, but do lie, which we do know that Paul speaks about what Israelites inwardly and all that, being a real Israel of God and all that. But this scripture is going to make it clear that it ain't talking about none of that, right? It says, behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet. See that? The Most High is not about to make the Israelite camps come worship before other Israelite camps' feet, man. That's not going down. There's no prophecy on that. All right? Cornelius bowed down to Peter. Peter told him, don't do that. See that? Even in Revelations, where I think, I don't know if that was John of Patmos or not, but one of them tried to bow down, and he told him, hey, man, don't bow down to me, man. So this is not going to be Israelites bowing down before each other in the kingdom, and this is a future prophecy. See that? He said, I will make them come and worship before thy feet and to know that I have loved thee. And where do we read this at? We read this in the prophecies in Isaiah. This is talking about the other nations. This ain't talking about IUIC or Nate, because guess what? The way things that IUIC is doing this thing right now, I don't think none of you guys is going to be... IUIC is going to be bowing down before none of you guys, man. The way IUIC is tackling you ninjas and restraining you ninjas, IUIC ain't going to be bowing down before nobody, man. All right? And in the kingdom, we not going to be bowing down before each other, man. All right? The other nations going to bow before us. That's prophecy. So that's how you know the synagogue of Satan is not the camps. The synagogue of Satan is these other nations that's going to bow before us. And I'm about to get the prophecy. All right. So what he says, behold, I will make them on the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Right. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet. So it's crystal clear that the Gentiles are claiming to be us, man. All right. And they're not us. And it's prophesied that what? They're going to come and worship at our feet. There's no prophecy of the camps coming to worship at each other's feet, or Nate going to go bow down before Tahar, or Tahar going to have to go bow down before Nate, or everybody got to come under Johanna and bow down to Yohanan, there's no prophecy on that, man. So this is Revelation 3:9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Isaiah 14, verse 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them. Showing you those strangers are talking about the Gentiles, right? And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. They're going to work for us, and they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. This is the same thing you read about in Revelations, where he's talking about he's going to make the what? Synagogue of Satan. The ones that's claiming to be us and that's not us, they're going to have to come and bow down before our feet. They're going to be what? Taken as captives, man. That's bowing down at our feet. That ain't talking about Nate and Tahar, man. Isaiah 45, verse 14, thus saith the Lord, the labor of Egypt, the merchandise of Ethiopia, and of the Sabians, men of stature, shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine. And they shall come after thee in chains. They shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee. This is talking about Ethiopians falling down to us, man. Right? Because you got what? A lot of people that call themselves Ethiopian Jews and do lie too, and they're not really Ethiopian Israelite. You see, you're really an Ethiopian trying to claim you're a Jew. But then you would have real Ethiopian Jews. They do exist as well. So it's a balance with that, man. You just got to know by the Spirit. You see? They shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely God is in thee, and there is none else. There is no God, man. So yeah, they're going to bow down unto us too. It says what? They shall be thine, they shall come after thee, in chains they shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee. See that? That's Isaiah, which was a prophet, which speaks about what? The synagogue of Satan are going to come and what? Bow down before us, man. All right? The scripture says the sons of the strangers that afflict us, mainly Edom, man. All right? But that don't void the other nations. They're going to be servants too, like we just read in this prophecy. All right, this is going to be my last verse proving the synagogue of Satan, because the prophecy says in Revelation 3:9 that the synagogue of Satan is going to worship at our feet. And we know there's no prophecies that Isaiah, Jeremiah, none of the beloveds ever pushed that, man. Right, that Israel is going to be bound down before each other. Because that's the only way that the synagogue of Satan is. For the synagogue of Satan to be the camps and all that, that means they would have to bow down before each other, which there's no prophecy on that. The only prophecy is this, the Gentiles, the sons of the strangers, are going to bow down, man. All right, this is Isaiah 49:23. And the king shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth. This not talking about Nate or Tahar bowing down before each other, man. Showing you the synagogue of Satan is the Gentiles, the kings, the queens, the sons of the strangers that afflicted us. Right? They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, lick up the dust of thy feet. Remember, he said he's going to make them worship before thy feet. Right? They shall lick up the dust of thy feet, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me, man. And this is the same prophecy we read about in Revelation 3:9 about the strangers bowing down before us. The Lord said the same thing in Revelations, man. Just like he said the same thing in the prophecies. All right? So, shalom. All right, this is from Wikipedia. It says, in the letters to the early Christian churches of Smyrna and Philadelphia, in Revelations 2:9 and 3:9, right? Because the synagogue of Satan is used in Revelations 2:9 and 3:9, showing the precept, which the precept to Revelations 2:9 is Revelations 3:9, referring to the synagogue of Satan, showing you is those that gotta bow, man. Right? In each case referring to a group persecuting the church that say they are Jews and are not, which is who? None but the goddamn Romans claiming to be us, man. It says the verse has often been used to justify hatred against all Jews or particular subsets of modern Jews, which academic scholars generally view as ignorant of the biblical context based on the fact that the suspected author of Revelations was likely Jewish. So this come from these Gentiles. These Romans are telling you what? That is ignorant to say that that's talking about the fake, false Jewish people, man. Okay, the people that are not Jews, Jewish, meaning you're like a Jew but not a Jew. All right. The scholars tell you that's ignorant to say that, and it's the same thing. They pull the anti other stuff and all that, right? Which really is not ignorant. It's the scriptures tell you that the synagogue of Satan are going to come to worship at our feet, man, and that ain't referring to Israelites. See that? That's referring to the other nations bowing down at our feet. The angel even told the Israelite, don't bow down. He told John and Patmos, don't bow down. Peter told Cornelius, don't bow down. So this is talking about the natural Gentile, not Israelite scattered among the Gentile, all right, or the camps. It's talking about those in power, man, that claiming to be us, the kings and the queens, man. The synagogue of Satan, those that say they're Jews and are not. They're going to be the ones that's prophesied to worship and bow down. All right? I'm not referring to nobody else. So, shalom.